Exercise demonstrations. In the following videos, we'll demonstrate seated adaptive strength exercises performed in a wheelchair for upper body muscle groups. These movements are appropriate for individuals with spinal cord injuries and other neurological conditions. They can be safely performed in commercial gyms, recreation centers, and university fitness facilities when proper setup and supervision are provided. Regular strength training has been shown to reduce secondary health complications, improve cardiovascular health, support independence, and decrease the risk of hospitalizations. For many wheelchair users, greater upper body strength directly improves transfers, posture, and activities of daily living. All exercises shown are performed seated, emphasizing postural control, strength, and functional movement. The individuals demonstrating in this video have spinal cord injuries with limited or no motor function below the mid-abdominal level. As a result, trunk stability may vary and proper setup is important. For fitness professionals. As fitness professionals, your role is to ensure proper positioning, lock wheelchair brakes when appropriate, remove obstacles, and support controlled movement patterns. Participants should work within their own range of motion and fatigue levels, prioritizing control over intensity. It's also important to recognize that many wheelchair users are fully independent in a gym setting. Some may not require hands-on assistance or step-by-step instruction. In those cases, your role shifts from directing to observing. Be available, be aware, and offer support, but be cognizant of personal space. Adaptive equipment, active hands. Before we get into the exercises, I would like to introduce a practical tool for removing a common barrier to exercise in the disabled community. Active hands are adaptive grips designed for individuals who have limited hand function and grip strength. So these are active hands. Each active hand comes as a pair and has a left and a right. Now we're going to demonstrate how to put active hands on a client. So each active hand has a Velcro around the wrist and around the top of the hand. So you will undo the wrist, slide it over their hand to the base of their hand, snugly tighten around the wrist. Next, we will be putting a handle into Rick's hand. This could also be a dumbbell in a different case. So you're gonna slide it through their hand. Always make sure their thumb is out. There is a little loop at the base of the wrist. Pull the Velcro strap through. Snugly tighten, and Rick's ready to go. Shoulder press. Seated shoulder press strengthens all three heads of the shoulder. Grab a pair of dumbbells that they can comfortably lift overhead. Position their wheelchair back against a stable surface such as a box and lock the wheelchair brakes. Cue the participant to press the dumbbells upward in line with their shoulders. Elbows should be bent and slightly in front of their body. Ensure there is overhead clearance and avoid excessive arching of their back. This movement builds overhead strength for daily activities. Bicep curl. Seated bicep curls strengthen your biceps and elbow flexion. Grab dumbbells that they can lift comfortably. Position their wheelchair back against a stable surface such as a box and lock the wheelchair brakes. Cue them to hold the dumbbells by their side and curl upward while keeping elbows tucked next to their body. Perform the movement with controlled elbow flexion and avoid using momentum or compensating with other muscles. This movement builds strength with pulling and lifting tasks. This exercise can also be performed using a cable machine. Tricep Pushdown. Tricep pushdowns strengthen your triceps and elbow extension. Attach a rope or handle to the pulley. Raise the cable arm so the pulley sits above head level. Position the wheelchair facing the cable machine and roll close enough so the elbows can stay near the body. Lock the wheelchair brakes. Cue the participant to press the attachment downward while keeping the elbows tucked to their sides. Watch for shoulder elevation or leaning forward to generate force. This movement builds strength used in propulsion and transfers. Seated cable crunches. Seated cable crunches support trunk engagement and postural control. Depending on the type of injury, trunk activation may vary significantly. Attach a rope to the high pulley and raise the cable arm so the rope comes down from the participant's head. Position the wheelchair away from the cable machine and lock the brakes. Have the participant hold the rope near the sides of the head and cue them to gently draw the ribs downward and engage the abdominals. This movement should come from the trunk rather than pulling with their arms. Watch for compensations such as excessive shoulder pulling or collapsing forward without engagement. This movement builds core strength essential for posture and activities of daily living. Lat Pulldown. Lat pulldowns strengthen the lats, upper back, and biceps. Attach a lat pulldown attachment or handles to the cable machine. If the cable machine has adjustable arms, raise the arms so the cable runs above the participant's head and slightly outside shoulder width. Position the wheelchair facing the machine and roll close enough so the participant can grab the handle without the cable pulling their body forward. Lock the wheelchair brakes and cue the participant to sit tall, pull the elbows down towards their side, avoid leaning forward and using momentum. This movement supports posture and functional pulling strength used during transfers and repositioning. Rear delt cable crosses. Rear delt cable crosses target the posterior shoulders and upper back. Set the cable arms to shoulder height on both sides of the machine. Position the wheelchair centered between the cables. The pulleys should be just outside of their shoulder widths so the cables can move horizontally during the exercise. Lock the wheelchair brakes. Have the participant grab the opposite handles so the arms cross slightly in front of the body. Cue them to pull their arms outward and back while squeezing the shoulder blades together and avoid shrugging shoulders. This movement supports posture and helps counter repetitive pushing movements. Scapular retraction row, single arm. Seated rows or scapular retraction strengthen the muscles that stabilize the shoulder blades. Attach a single handle to the cable machine roughly just above head height. Position the wheelchair slightly off-center to the working side, where the shoulder is in line with the cable. Lock the wheelchair brakes. Cue the participant to pull their elbow back toward their side while squeezing the shoulder blade toward their spine. Focus on drawing the shoulder blades together and holding briefly before returning to the starting position. This movement is essential for posture and long-term shoulder protection. Pec Fly. Seated Pec Flies strengthen the chest and anterior shoulders. Adjust the cable arms so the pulleys sit at chest height. Position the wheelchair between the cable arms and have the participant back up to a stable surface such as a box. Adjust the cable arms to the wingspan of the participant and in line with their shoulders. Lock the wheelchair brakes. Have the participant bring the handles forward in a controlled arc until the hands meet in front of their chest. The cables should travel straight forward toward the chest, not upward or downward. Encourage a slight bend in their elbows. This movement supports propulsion and pushing tasks in everyday activities. Wrist curls. Wrist curls strengthen the forearm muscles responsible for grip endurance and wrist stability. Grab dumbbells that they can lift comfortably. Cue them to hold the dumbbells at shoulder width in front of their body with a slight bend in their elbows, and slowly rotate their wrists 180 degrees back and forth. This movement should be small and controlled. This movement plays an important role in wheelchair propulsion, transfers, and maintaining control of exercise equipment. Closing remarks. All of these exercises emphasize controlled movement, postural stability, and functional development. For wheelchair users, upper body strength directly supports independence, injury prevention, and long-term health. Consistency, proper execution, and gradual progressions are more important than intensity. As a fitness professional, your role is to create a safe, accessible environment where individuals can train independently whenever possible. Again, it is important to respect the individual's independence and physical boundaries, only offering assistance when requested or necessary for safety. Some wheelchair users will need guidance and setup support. Others will be experienced and self-sufficient. Do your best to meet each individual where they are. When performed with thoughtful coaching and safe positioning, these movements can be effectively implemented in most commercial fitness environments. NeuAbility's goal is to create a world with no barriers to exercise. We are here to offer support and knowledge as you develop adaptive programming in your facility. Thank you for watching.